husband should have been here and enjoying the atmosphere in the stadium as we come to the very last event in the track and field programme at these Commonwealth Games. The men's 4x4 relay. You saw the Wales team there. Tim Benjamin will be leading them off there in lane 4. This is Chris Brown for the Bahamas, and this is Jared Deacon. Come on, he says, we need your support. We'd like to finish this in style. The team, Jared Deacon, Sean Baldock, Chris Rawlinson and Danny Keynes. More of that in a moment. This is the Australian team there in lane 7. Tim Williams, their lead-off man. And then outside of them, in lane 8, a pretty strong South African team. Marcus Legrandzi, the first to go for them. Utson on the second leg, Malotzi on the third, and Maleb on the last leg. But the favourites could well be Jamaica. Sanjay is their lead-off man there on lane 3. They are the defending champions, and they also have in their team the man who won the individual title on the last leg, Michael Blackwood. The other two teams we haven't seen, Nigeria is in 1, Sri Lanka in 2. Wales are hoping to get amongst the medals. England are hoping to beat Wales. Can either of them finish in front of the Jamaicans? The 4x4 men's relay final. The last gold medal of these Commonwealth Games.
Set.
Jared Deacon has run some good lead-off legs for England and Great Britain. He was in Sydney. He was actually in the team in Kuala Lumpur as a youngster. He ran in the early rounds there, and some responsibility for him here to get England off to a good start. But already the Bahamas have started well. Noyevod Manker, incidentally, in their team, the world champion, has a hamstring problem, is not running for them. But at the moment, certainly looks like South Africa have started well. But inside England, it's the Bahamas in the shape of Chris Brown who's taking the early lead. But Jared Deacon just beginning to make up some ground again now. Tim Benjamin running well for Wales also. Who's going to give the baton over first? It could well be South Africa. It's very close. It's the Bahamas, then England and South Africa.
Well, the Jamaicans are going to be very careful. They are the favorites. They're going to be careful. I'm sure that the veteran Danny McFarlane they have on third leg has told these guys, hey, we've got the foot speed. Just be very careful with the handoffs. But the Bahamian team, they're going to be hurting a little bit without Mankour on there. And right now, the Bahamian team having a little bit of pressure. Chris Brown gave them a nice lead. They've hidden their soft leg on second. That's Troy McIntosh. They've got Demeriddi coming up on third, and they've got Timothy Munnick coming up on fourth. So they've got some good legs coming up to try to hold off Jamaica.
Bahamas leading. It was Sean Baldock on the second leg for England there. Hands over in 4th place to Chris Rawlinson, the winner of the 400-metre hurdles. Jamie Balls for Wales is in 5th at the moment with some ground to make over. He took over from Ewan Thomas, who was running on that second leg. And look at Chris Rawlinson go down the back straight. Bahamas in the lead. The favourites Jamaica in second in the shape of Danny McFarlane. He just needs to sit there now, Rawlinson. Can he give Danny Keynes something to race on the last leg? He'll be up against Michael Blackwood. McFarlane very experienced, and look at Jamie Balls. He's run a great leg for Wales. Rawlinson coming on the outside to attack. Bahamas in the lead. Jamaica second. England third. Wales fourth. South Africa fifth. Bahamas are going to take it in the lead on the last leg. Then it's going to be Jamaica. Blackwood's got the button for Jamaica. Munnings for Bahamas. Daniel Keynes for England. Masalai for Wales. Can Danny Keynes finish these games off in style? Blackwood looks easy at the moment. He looks relaxed. Keynes working hard. He'll have to stay close. He wants to attack over the last 200, but he can't give himself too much to do. Munnings for the Bahamas. Blackwood there. Danny Keynes right there on his shoulder. And here comes Masalai for Wales as well. 4 teams in it. 3 medals to be won. Jamaica, England, Wales, Jamaica in the shape of Blackwood. Danny Keynes for England. Masalai for Wales. Danny Keynes of England is going to get it. Blackwood looks behind. Look at Elias on the inside. It's England. What a race.
Another 80 people were injured.
Excuse me, Mr. Blackwood in Jamaica. But Wales and England were sensational, and Danny Keynes took the gold. A brilliant run from him, a brilliant run from Rawlinson as well, 44.5 for him as well. Sean Baldock, 45.5 on the second leg. Deacon, 45.9 on the tough first leg. Oh, we've seen some races in these Commonwealth Games. What a way to finish. It was in doubt right to the line, and Michael Johnson, that's what you want from the 4x4. Drama all the way. What a run by Matt Elias for Wales. He almost sneaked through on the inside there, but Keynes was strong, and England took the gold.
Well, Michael Blackwood made a cardinal sin there. You never try to pass on the curve. He tried to pass on the last curve. He pulled up, and then he drops the baton down the home stretch, where by that time he had already been passed. Dropping the baton is no excuse. He had already been passed by Matt Elias and Daniel Keynes. But Daniel Keynes owes it to Chris Rawlinson. You never underestimate a 400-meter hurdler. They're so strong. You put them always on third leg. Chris Rawlinson did a great job putting Daniel Keynes in position to win the race. But right here, Jamaican drops the baton. Jamaica may protest, but they can't win it because no one intentionally dropped the baton out of his hand. But great race by Chris Rawlinson. The England team celebrating now. Daniel Keynes was put in great position. He owes it to Chris Rawlinson for a great leg.
Well, from those scenes, you know, I think Matt Elias thought he'd won. I thought right at the start, I said it, that I thought that Danny Keynes had got across the line. It was 100th of a second. It was close, but it seemed clear that Keynes had won the race. And Matt Elias should not be disappointed. Let me tell you, he ran 44.1 on the last leg for Wales, a Welsh record. He's got nothing to be disappointed about. He was absolutely sensational for them. Jamie Balch back to his best, 44.5 for them on the third leg. Ewan Thomas was 46.1, Tim Benjamin 45.7 on the first leg. They have run quicker than any Welsh team has ever run before. Hats off to them. And Ewan Thomas should put his arm around him and say, "You were brilliant, mate. You were absolutely brilliant." And they were so close to defeating England, and they would have loved to have done that. There was a huge rivalry between those two quartets, and Jamie ran very, very well indeed. But Matt Elias, for a 400-meter hurdler, almost got there for Wales. But Danny Keynes, Jared Deacon celebrate England's 12th gold medal in the track and field programme. They finished top of this particular little medal table. The Australians won 9 gold medals. Let's just have a look at this very last lap. In fact, the last 100 metres or so. Oh no, this was the handover into the last leg there. And at this point, Michael Johnson, Daniel Keynes still has it all to do, but Matt Elias has even another 3 or 4 metres adrift.
And that's why Matt Elias had the best split of the entire relay. 44.1 is an incredible leg, and no one expected that from him. Michael Blackwood looking extremely relaxed right here and in great position. But this is where he makes a mistake. Coming into the last curve, he pulls up on the shoulder of Timothy Munnings. You don't do that. He's running a much further race than everybody else. You wait until Daniel Keynes, just like what Daniel Keynes did there. You wait till you're in the middle of the curve, and then you pull outside. Daniel Keynes running a very smart race, putting himself in position to pull up and come off the curb outside. And that's where the Jamaican team, Michael Blackwood, drops the baton, hit by Matt Elias, but no infraction there.
Well, it was close. It couldn't have been closer. We had same times given in the other relay before, but this was 100th of a second. Now let's just watch this here. When I was doing the race live, I wondered why Blackwood had looked behind. I didn't see the baton drop out of his hand, but obviously I think he was beaten there anyway. Matt Elias tried to go through on the inside, almost did it, so close. But England take the gold medal.
The result then of the 4x400 meters final, and what a final it was. 1/100th of a second separating England and Wales. England, the gold medalists. Wales take silver with a new national record just outside 3 minutes. Absolutely brilliant. And the Bahamas, they take the bronze.
Yes, it certainly was a race, and here they are after their